Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Step-by-Step English podcast.
We are so happy to have you here with us today for another great lesson.
I tried to scroll through a real paper book this morning while having coffee.
You tried to scroll through a printed book?
Yes, I dragged my finger down the page to refresh it, but no new pictures appeared.
That is completely ridiculous and slightly concerning for your brain health.
It really is, but it perfectly introduces our interesting topic for today.
Today we are talking about a very difficult challenge for modern people.
We are talking about spending an entire day completely without social media.
A full 24 hours without checking any networking apps on your phone.
Just thinking about it makes me feel a little bit nervous and sweaty.
It makes a lot of people feel anxious, which is actually a modern problem.
So, let us pretend we are doing this difficult challenge starting right now.
Okay, I am ready to begin our digital social media detox today.
The very first thing I do in the morning is reach for my phone.
Most people in the world do exactly the same thing when they wake up.
I turn off my alarm and immediately open an app to see updates.
But today you cannot do that because we are on a strict detox.
What am I supposed to do with my empty hands when I wake up then?
You could stretch your arms or open the window to breathe fresh air.
Opening the window sounds like way too much physical work for the morning.
It is much healthier than staring at a bright screen in a dark room.
I guess you are right, but I strongly want to know what my friends are doing.
Your friends are probably sleeping, just like you were a minute ago.
That is a very logical point, Emma, but I still miss the screen.
You will survive, Alex, so we get out of bed without looking at any screens.
Now I need to make breakfast, which is the most important meal of the day.
Breakfast is definitely important, especially when you need energy for a detox.
I usually make avocado toast and pour a beautiful cup of black coffee.
That sounds like a very healthy and delicious morning meal.
Yes, but the most important part is taking a perfect picture of the food.
You always take photos of your food before you actually eat it?
Of course I do, because my followers need to know that I eat healthy things.
Well, today, you just have to eat the toast without taking a single photo.
But if I eat avocado toast and nobody sees it online, did it really happen?
Yes, it definitely happened because your stomach is full and happy.
Eating warm food immediately, instead of letting it get cold while taking photos, is strange.
It is actually wonderful to taste your food while it is perfectly warm and fresh.
I took my first bite today without setting up the lighting, and it felt illegal.
You are being very dramatic, but I understand the feeling of changing a habit.
After breakfast, I usually commute to work and look at funny videos on the train.
Commuting without a smartphone is a great time to practice being present.
What does it mean to be present when you're sitting on a boring train?
It means you pay attention to your surroundings and the real world.
So I just sit there and stare directly at the other tired passengers.
No, staring at strangers is impolite, but you can look out the window.
Looking out the window is nice, but the scenery does not have background music.
You can listen to the natural sounds of the city instead of music.
The city sounds mostly like loud traffic and people complaining about the weather.
You can also bring a real book to read while you travel to work.
Ah, the paper object that does not refresh when I swipe down on it.
Exactly. Reading a physical book improves your focus and vocabulary.
I read a whole chapter today, and I did not get interrupted by a single notification.
That sounds incredibly peaceful and productive for your morning routine.
It was nice, But suddenly my leg started vibrating while I was reading.
Your leg started vibrating? What exactly do you mean by that?
I felt my phone vibrate in my pocket, so I quickly reached down to grab it.
Let me guess. Your phone was not actually in your pocket at all.
Exactly. I left my phone at home, but my brain thought it was ringing.
That is called phantom vibration syndrome, and it is very common today.
My brain is sending me fake text messages because it misses the internet.
Your brain is just used to constant stimulation and digital rewards.
How long does it take for my brain to stop playing these tricks on me?
It usually takes a few days of digital detox for your nervous system to calm down.
A few days? I'm not sure I can survive until the weekend without memes.
You definitely can, because humans lived for thousands of years without memes.
Those poor ancient humans must have been incredibly bored all the time.
They were not bored. They simply spent more time doing real physical activities.
Like what? Running away from dangerous wild animals in the forest?
Well, yes, but they also built houses, created art, and talked face to face.
Talking face to face is nice, but you cannot use emojis in real life.
You use your real face to show emotions instead of yellow circles.
I tried to make a crying, laughing face at my boss today, and he looked confused.
You probably just looked like you were sneezing very strangely.
That explains why he offered me a tissue during our morning meeting.
Let us move on to the afternoon part of our day without social media.
During my lunch break, I realized I had a lot of free time.
People are often surprised by how much free time they actually have.
Usually, my hour of free time disappears into a black hole of short videos.
When you delete the apps, that hour suddenly feels very long and useful.
I finished my sandwich in 10 minutes and had 50 minutes left.
What did you decide to do with all that extra time today?
I went for a walk outside in the park and watched the ducks in the pond.
Watching nature is a beautiful way to relax your mind and reduce stress.
It was relaxing until I saw a duck do something very funny.
Did the duck trip over a rock or steal someone's piece of bread?
It chased a pigeon, and my first instinct was to record it for my story.
It is hard to break the habit of documenting everything we see.
I reached into my pocket, found no phone, and just had to watch it happen.
And you will have that funny memory in your mind forever.
Yes, but a memory cannot get 1,000 likes from strangers on the internet.
Sometimes the best moments are just for you and nobody else.
You have a very healthy perspective on life, Emma.
Thank you, Alex. I try my best to balance technology and reality.
After work, the real challenge begins, because the evening is the hardest part.
The evening is definitely when most people scroll through their phones for hours.
I sat on my couch and stared at the blank television screen in silence.
You do not have to sit in complete silence. You can find a hobby.
What kind of hobby can I do inside my apartment at night?
You could try cooking a new recipe, painting a picture, or doing a puzzle.
I bought a 1,000-piece puzzle of a beautiful mountain landscape last year.
That is perfect. Doing a puzzle requires a lot of focus and patience.
I opened the box, poured the pieces on the table, and immediately got bored.
It takes a little bit of time to get interested in a slow activity.
I forced myself to find all the corner pieces first, just like the instructions said.
And after a few minutes, did you start to enjoy the process?
Surprisingly, yes. I spent 2 hours connecting blue sky pieces together.
That sounds like a wonderful and productive way to spend an evening.
It felt good, But then it was time to go to sleep.
Going to sleep without looking at a screen is the best thing for your body.
I normally read bad news on my phone until my eyes fall shut.
Reading bad news before bed increases your heart rate and causes bad dreams.
Tonight, I just brushed my teeth, turned off the lamp, and closed my eyes.
The blue light from screens stops your brain from making sleep hormones.
Without the blue light, I fell asleep in 10 minutes instead of an hour.
And I'm sure you woke up feeling much more rested the next morning.
I woke up feeling great, but I still tried to scroll on my pillow.
Old habits are clearly very hard to completely break, Alex.
Let us quickly review some important vocabulary words from today's lesson.
The first phrase is digital detox, which means a break from electronic devices.
Our second word is commute, which means the daily journey to your job.
We also talked about phantom vibration, which is a false feeling of a phone buzzing.
And our last word is surroundings, which means the area around where you are.
Practicing these words will perfectly help you improve your English fluency.
Thank you all for listening to this episode of the Step-by-Step English podcast.
We hope you learned something new and try your own digital detox soon.
Until next time, keep practicing your English and stop swiping on your books.